Another episode of With the Chiefs.
Wait. Man, I need more rest.
I hope I've got your last name right there.
It's a very good pronunciation.
You should know better than that now, Dom.
I know.
All right, welcome back to another episode of With the Chiefs. Today we are joined by local legend of the Chiefs podcast, Sota Maehara, making his 5th appearance on the show. Sota is a popular YouTuber, running coach, and a handy runner himself, with PBs of 15:40 in the 5K and 32:42 in the 10. I think we're going to do a bit of a yearly recap and also chat about our plans for 2025. So, Sota, welcome to the show again. How you doing?
Yeah, probably no introduction needed.
Yeah, true.
First of all, you nailed it, and I've been on 5 times. But good to
I'm
be
getting
back
better
on the
at them.
podcast.
If you don't know who Sota is, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, good to be back. Got back to Sydney like a week and a bit ago.
Yep.
Done a lot of stuff so far. So
Yeah, what's it been like being back? Because I know you've been to a few run clubs and
yeah.
stuff
So
like that.
been going around all the run clubs, catching up with a few people. I'm also moving to Perth at the end of the month. So yeah, that's in like a week. So started shipping some stuff over, sorting out my luggage and all that.
Big question on everyone's mind is why Perth, not Sydney?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. The quick answer would be I applied to a few unis, and the first one that got back was Notre Dame in Perth, and because they told me to decide within 2 weeks whether I enroll or not, I was like, is it worth waiting for the other two? And I ended up just
Going with it.
taking it. Yeah.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Perth?
Never.
No.
And no one else actually.
Yeah.
From the looks of it. Yeah.
I haven't been. Dom, you haven't been.
No, never. But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I know Nationals is there next April, so that'll be good. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be a good start to it.
Yeah.
Should we do a bit of a training update?
Sure.
Dom,
We'll start with.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, training update. It's been kind of interesting. You got, I was having kind of like chest pains and went to the doctor and got a blood test. And, or they did like the ECG where they check your heart rate and see if anything's up, and it was all good. And then they did the blood test to look for any like heart damage or something. They can detect it in the blood.
Right.
And then they took just all the general blood test stuff as well. And the results came back and I got iron deficiency. So apparently, yeah, when you got iron deficiency and if you're still exercising, your heart starts working a lot harder, which was like causing the chest pains possibly. So yeah, got the iron infusion 2 weeks ago, and yeah, everything's been fine since. But
What are the symptoms? Do you just feel a bit more fatigued, or?
Oh yeah, it feels like I was like, yeah, I'd be exercising for like 10 minutes and it felt like I'd been exercising for 2 hours. Just like, yeah, really weak and fatigued, and like, yeah, just had like no power.
And what were your ferritin levels? I'm curious.
Ferritin was, I think, 18. So,
Oh, that's low.
yeah. So I think
What's that? Is that a measurement of...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
ferritin is like the protein molecule that stores iron.
Yeah.
So it's a good indicator of like how much iron you have in
Right.
the body.
yeah. So you got like ferritin and then there's iron as well, but I think like ferritin's almost like just as important. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's the normal range?
Normal
I
range
think
is it's like 30
30.
to like 400 or something.
yeah. But athletes are meant to have a little more than the typical person, just because obviously demand is higher. You're exercising, so you want more than 30.
Yeah.
So I had like 32 around last year.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't checked again. I feel like I need to do that as well. So
Yeah, right.
I thought it was interesting that you brought that up, because I'm thinking of doing a blood test to check as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you, when you had the blood test, did you feel anything or?
not really. That was more for like a general checkup. So they checked everything like allergies and whatever.
Right.
And they just noticed that it was 32. But because the doctor didn't know that I ran a lot,
Okay.
they didn't really say much. But they're like, yeah, it's kind of on the lower end. But then thinking back, because I do run a lot, I think 32 is still quite low for a runner.
Yeah.
And you'd want it to be a bit higher, because it plays a significant role in like recovery and also oxygen transport as well, because iron's related to that hemoglobin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that transports oxygen, so it's actually important to have a high iron level. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you heard of Ran to Japan, like the
Yes.
guy that
Yeah,
runs
yeah,
250k weeks? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he recently got diagnosed as well with iron deficiency. I think he had like 17, so similar to you.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And that would have been like, he felt it a lot as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was mainly like the chest pains was kind of like the biggest concern.
Right. But
gonna
was
say-
it linked to that or not?
Yeah, they reckon it could have been.
Okay.
And since I've had the infusion, like I haven't had any issues, so I'm hoping it was.
I would have
But,
been pretty
yeah.
freaky being like having that effort level when you haven't been exercising for long, especially
Yeah.
in reference to like how you would normally feel.
Yeah, I was like pretty unfit. Like hadn't been running much. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe it's just that. But yeah, I feel like it kind of been that feeling was there for like a long time, like maybe a couple of months. So maybe my iron levels were just slowly kind of decreasing.
What was the process like getting the infusion?
Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Really?
Like they don't tell you, but like you rock up and you're sitting there and they say, oh look, there's like a fairly high risk. I think it's like 1 in 10 of something that if this goes wrong, you end up with like a stain on your arm from like where they put the iron in. If it doesn't
Whoa.
like go into the vein properly, and they like show you all these photos of like where it's gone wrong. So I'm like, oh shit, yeah, okay, like I guess this is what we're doing now.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that or not?
No, not
Yeah,
at all.
right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping mine's not too low and I can just supplement it with like orally, but I know that's not as efficient, I've heard.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
But you need to like have vitamin C with it, which increases the absorption
yeah, I
of
think
the iron, yeah.
it plays up with like people's
Yeah.
stomachs and stuff.
But I think the
sometimes, yeah.
infusion's more if you're like really low, but I guess 17 or 18 is pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the risk, and then to stop it, they just have to monitor you and look for any like little spots of staining, which was good. Like the nurse was there like all the time and just constantly checking up and going back and forward for like the 45 minutes or so,
Yeah.
however long it took, which was really good. And then they just keep checking like your heart rate, your temperature, and all this stuff to make sure that you're fine.
And how quickly do you feel like you felt better after getting the infusion? A few days or?
Yeah, probably like a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like a really bad like headache, and they said like that can be one of the side effects like a couple of days later. But it wasn't anything too bad. And I guess like I would have thought like, oh shit, I'm a bit sick, but because I knew I had the transfusion, I was like, oh, it's just that's what it is. Yeah.
I guess a bit of a practical tip for everyone listening. Like it is pretty good to get your blood checked sometimes because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, like you said, you might have been unfit, but that also is playing a factor, right? So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get a blood test at some point as well to get myself checked.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have been worried when you get that fatigue, like bordering on getting sick, but you're not sick.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would assume feels like low iron, but then it normally passes in like 3 or 4 days sort of thing. So yours sounds like it hung around for a long time.
Yeah, I think it was like hanging around for a while and like
Months.
Yeah, it was probably just like, okay, I should probably do something about this.
yeah. I think when it comes to the heart, you can't really
Yeah.
take any risks.
I think like being a man and a bloke and stuff, it's like you don't want to show any weakness and go to the doctor. That's like the stereotype. So I found it hard to get the energy to tell people, oh, I think something's wrong and I need to go to the doctor. But in the future, need to be better about that. And I hate that like your mum and everyone around you starts worrying about you. So, oh, like eat some meat, like look after yourself. But I don't know. You just need to get better at that, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're a very just get on with it kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to cause a fuss. Like,
No, that's fair enough.
But,
That's the training update.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Like,
Training update, iron deficiency.
yeah. I've done a couple.
Well, you're
of
off the
runs
hook
here,
now.
Yeah, been surfing heaps. Surf's been really fun. We went to saw Jesus Christ Superstar, which was really good too. But great musical.
Was it
like,
good?
would-
And it was
that's-
shorter.
That's like my favourite musical. I
Is it
reckon.
because
It's
it was
really
only
good.
an hour and a bit?
That's good too, yeah. And the whole, like, because it's short, it's just like energy. Like the whole time, it's just banger after banger. It's so good.
Where did you see it?
The Capitol Theatre.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good. Would recommend it.
really closely correlated to your training.
What a training update. That must be the best one we've ever had. Most relevant to running.
Yeah, didn't talk about any runs.
Which was last time? Which is the other one? When you went to the ballet?
The ballet Swan Lake was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of theatre this year. We went
Yeah.
to another ballet that was called like Oscar after, and it was about like Oscar Wilde, but they were trying to do too much, and we ended up leaving.
What do you mean too
intermission.
much?
There was like 3 different storylines, and it's just all like dance, so you don't really know what's what. And halfway
mean?
through,
Isn't it always all dance or?
yeah, well the ballet's all dance, like, but there's no kind of singing or dancing or anything to
Oh, okay.
explain what's going on.
Oh, so it's just dancing.
It's just up to you to interpret what this is all about. But we got to intermission and we're like, I don't know what's going on. And then like Beck was like, oh, do you know what's going on? She's like, nah. And then we just left.
Did you leave?
Yeah, we left.
I went to this one which was like it was like a Turkish one based on like Turkish history.
Yeah.
And apparently it's a style of dance. And they just kept like doing this spinny thing. And I was like, okay, it's going on for like 5 minutes. It went on for like half an hour.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, what's the point? I don't know what's going on. They just kept spinning around.
the dancing in Jesus Christ Superstar is like all contemporary dance. So
Right.
that was probably like the only downside. Like some of it's a bit like, kind of like ray gun kind of moves. Like I could do this. Like, come on, guys. But they make up for it. The singing is like just incredible. And
I don't think
it's
you
just
could
awesome.
do it. I saw your first dance.
Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah.
training update.
Training update. Soda, what do you reckon?
Soda.
Yeah.
I thought you were next.
All right, do you want me to go next?
No, I can go next.
All right.
I'll keep it brief. Yeah, no,
I feel like that's a dig.
roasting Luke. But yeah, honestly, as some people know, I've been coming back from injury, shin splints, after one night in Manly, which is the last time we did a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of this, I've kind of wrote off the rest of the year. So I feel like this month is just like slowly getting back into it. Nothing crazy. I'm not doing any super long runs or crazy workouts. I'm just doing like little bits here and there, touching a little bit of every speed, and then that's kind of it. So yeah, I think last week, because I was going to all the run clubs and a lot of them were doing like some relay or some fun thing at the end of the year, I ended up doing like 5 days in a row of like VO2 max / thresholdy stuff.
Yeah,
in a row. And I feel fine, which is okay. But I think I'll take it more chill this week in terms of intensity. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
that's about it.
What is your mileage at the moment?
I did 108 last week, which is my first one above 100 since July in One Night to Manly. But before that, I was just doing 60s because I feel like my shin would become a bit niggly if I come back a bit too quick. So I had to like cap it at 60 for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what sessions did you do?
Last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. It was a bunch of like relay stuff. So more like getting partners and then one person sprints and then when they're back you sprint. But yeah, not much thought put into it. I did like a fartlek on the grass as well. That was pretty fun. Also tried a 5k time trial, which I was going to threshold. But yeah, I went out at 3:17 per k and I felt like that was conservative, but then I went lactic really quickly. So I had to DNF my first time.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never DNF, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't really consider it a race either though. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not too fast.
Was it just on your own or?
Oh no, it was part of a run club as well.
Oh, right, yeah. Did you win many of the relays?
Sorry?
Did you get the win in many of the relays?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah,
I did.
That 5k, that 5k hurt a lot though.
Yeah.
And I didn't even run 5k. So I got to 3k and I was like, yeah, I definitely need to stop because I was about to run like 4:30 per k after that. And it was, yeah, windy and all that. It just wasn't really a day. I didn't feel it. Yeah. But I hope that doesn't trigger a bunch of DNFs because I do hear that once you DNF once, like it's a bit more tempting to do it.
Yeah,
mid-race,
true.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
How far in did you get?
3k and like
Oh, yeah.
3:17 per k.
Yeah, that's hard. That's
Yeah.
when it gets tough. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
3:17 is pretty sharp still.
That's
Yeah, I
very
guess
solid,
considering
yeah.
the lack of training
Yeah.
compared to before, like maybe it is a bit a bit hot. But
That would be like sub 16:30 though. Wouldn't it?
3:17 is like roughly it's 16:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
which is still
16:30.
That's solid as
pretty,
yeah.
Yeah.
pretty sharp.
Yeah, which I thought I could do based on a few workouts before that, but this is where it comes back to how threshold always depends on how you're feeling on the day as well, because external stress and all these factors come into play. So you're not going to feel the same every single day. So you got to kind of adjust a bit. So what was meant to be like a threshold 5K ended up feeling like all out for 3K and can't even go any further.
But how do you define threshold in that? Because like obviously...
Yeah, well, I made a video on this now, but and I don't want to talk about it too much in this one because it will take a while because there's so much to it. But
yeah, I mean, we went... Yeah,
and I think we touched on it last episode as well.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like the most important thing with threshold though is to not fixate on the pace because of what I said earlier. Like a lot of factors come into play. So it's more like focus on getting more volume in over a period of time and also adjust the pace. Yeah, adjust the pace to how you're feeling on the day. Because if we look at anaerobic threshold, for example, LT2, that's like what you can hold for roughly 45 to 60 minutes if you did a 60-minute TT, right?
Yeah.
But when the rep is shorter, you're not going to reach that blood lactate value in a shorter rep. In a 1K, if you run what you can run for 60 minutes, you're not going to hit LT2 blood lactate. So obviously you have to adjust to that as well. So if you understand that sort of concept, you'll realize that it's not about pace anymore, and it's more that feeling that you're after. So what feels like what you can hold for 60 minutes, but adjusting it and extrapolating that feeling to a shorter rep is kind of what threshold is.
Yeah.
It's a good way to think about it. Like, haven't really heard anyone put it that way. Like, usually everyone just talks about pace and this is the pace you should be running for.
Yeah, like when people say this is my threshold pace, like I'm always wondering for what sort of rep though, Like it depends on a lot of stuff.
I definitely feel like, for example, if I'm doing 1K reps with this short rest, it's very different to when you're doing 7-minute or 8-minute reps with 2 minutes rest. You kind of, like you said, go for that. Because the 1Ks will feel, if you try to do that for 8 minutes, you're going to start, you'll tip over.
Exactly,
in like 5
and that
minutes.
ruins the point of the session. It's nice to have that, distinction between threshold session, VO2 max session.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's good to combine it and get a bit of like a race simulation sort of feel.
Yeah.
But I'd say most of the time it's nice to have that distinction.
That's called a delta session.
Yeah. Delta's like full on. Everyone sings it all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
I feel like there's some, I mean, it really depends how fit you are. There's some, you got like, I don't know. Yeah. If someone's like 5% fitter than you and you can still keep up with them, it's just a lot harder for, it just depends.
The front pack always changes as well, which I love. Yeah.
Like you got
true.
Jono and Matt Ho, for example, who are like up the front. If you try and like tack onto them for a rep, you're just going to be in trouble in the...
but then a few months ago, the front pack was completely different, right?
Yeah.
If you look at a year ago as well, the front pack was really different.
Yeah, and it's a good target to like, once you get fitter, you start like moving further up and stuff like that.
That's what I like about Delta, because not everyone's training for the same race as well. So people are fit at different times of the year. And you have like everyone from 5K, maybe even the shorter distances, all the way up to like ultra marathons. Good variety of people and different abilities. It's good.
We had Matt Gore back there today after, well, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, and he was saying, he was saying like, I'm slow at the moment, and he's still up the front.
He was only like third behind the front two guys.
Or he was, one rep was, I beat him 1 rep.
Nice.
I know he's listening, but it was only because he didn't change his shoes in time. And then he was back up the front. But Jono as well. Have you met Jono? No, maybe
not yet. I don't think so. Yeah,
he's good. He ran like 45:06 at City Surf.
Yeah,
that's rapid.
He's doing what's it called? Tassie Hobart Marathon, which would be interesting. But he's always up the front. Anyway, you're right. It's a good group. Yeah. All right, my training update. Do you want me to go through every single activity I've done over the last 4 weeks?
4 weeks? Yeah.
No.
Since the last episode?
I think over the last 4 weeks, I've done about 80 to 85 Ks. So it's been a good 4-week period of getting back to consistency. Before that, it was really just wasn't much going on for the 6 weeks prior. So I'm waiting for, just based on even today, the session I did today, not exactly... I feel like it takes a little bit longer to start building because I'm still, sessions still feel hard, and I'm not like where I need to be, but we still got plenty of time before Ballarat, so that's okay.
Which
but
is April, like later in the month, or is it early in the month?
I think it's like late.
Last weekend.
Yeah, last
Okay.
weekend.
Yeah.
Like the 25th or something.
So the plan is to start the block sort of mid-Jan ish. But yeah, it's been good just making sure that I'm ticking off Tuesdays, back to doing sessions on a Friday, and those are more like the threshold reps that you're talking about. I think I've done some 1Ks, some 5 minutes and some 8 minutes over the last 3 weeks, which have been good. And I think we'll just keep that consistency because it works well to do them on a Friday, and then you can sort of run a little bit harder on the Tuesday.
You're about to have like 16 weeks or whatever of like intense training, so you might as well take it chill as well.
Yeah. And to be
it's
honest,
hard to be full on for like such a long period of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
even now I'm like thinking about the block, being like,
Yeah.
you really have to get into the headspace of
Yeah.
even 80, 85 Ks. I'm like, it's
But-
still training. Like,
Yeah.
and then you got to, what were you going to say, Don?
Oh, I think you're in a good position though. Like sitting at 80 Ks a week. Is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is where you want to be.
You're not
Yeah.
starting from nothing. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been enjoying training. I'm starting to slack with the strength. I
Same
haven't
here,
gone for
actually.
2 weeks, so I'm starting to get. And the longer it goes on, the more you're like, I'm just gonna be so sore when I go back. I need to go back. Otherwise, yeah. But no, training's been good. Just gonna take. There's probably a few more weeks before we, maybe 3 more weeks before the block starts. So I'll probably just be doing more of the same, really.
Yeah, just maintaining stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we can dig into the
Sota Maehara agenda.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess this agenda is brought to you by Sota. So we've done very minimal prep, but thankfully Sota is switched on and prepared. But before we get into that, we can just do a Sota update in general. So,
All right, here.
yeah, what have you been up to? I know you've been overseas, and yeah, what's been happening?
Yeah, so I think my last podcast was like right before I left
You left,
Japan,
yeah.
so it's kind of cool to be
Yeah,
back
you're
and
back,
doing this
yeah.
right away. But yeah, so I guess my visa ran out because I had a temporary visa.
Yeah.
So went back to Japan for a bit, and honestly, I had a great time. I think I made some really good connections, and also my YouTube channel has done a lot better since going back as well, because that's all I had my focus on for a while, because I don't know that many people in Japan, so I could really think about what could grow my channel, I guess.
Yep.
And it's cool to see that even though I was overseas, I was still getting like a bigger Australian viewership. So still kind of targeting the Australian running community from overseas. But yeah, it's nice to be back here. And I guess my channel kind of grew from about 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers in that half a year.
Seriously?
So
That's
it's
crazy.
nice, yeah.
Wow.
I
In
think
6 months.
yeah, so I stopped working at Pace in June, and yeah, early December I hit 10K. So it was like 5
Wow.
months of like rapid growth.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
pretty cool,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think contributed to that mainly?
Yeah, I think the main thing was just thinking about what the audience wants to see a bit more, because I feel like my videos in the past were a bit more random, like vlog style, and also like a bit of non-running content as well, but I started to niche down a lot more to what people wanted to see, and that was like running tips. And you know, having done exercise science in undergrad, I feel like it's kind of good to use your knowledge from that as well, in some way. So started like hammering down on that a bit more, and then yeah, as soon as I made like one running tip video, people were like, oh, can you talk about this next? So I would move on to the next topic, and I would always have a constant list of things I want to make in terms of videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the schedule for uploading?
No schedule. I always finish editing a video and I feel like I can't wait to hit the publish button.
Yeah.
So I can never like schedule for Sunday or whatever. If I finish editing the video right now, I just want to post it right now.
Yeah, okay.
That's always been how I do it. And because of that, my schedule would change quite a lot. So sometimes I would upload a bit less, but on a good month, I would upload every other day. So November, I uploaded 15 videos in 30 days, which is,
That's
it was a
pretty
bit
intense.
hectic. And
How long does it take you to edit? I'm sure it varies, but
yeah, it definitely varies, but but I do a lot of planning as well nowadays because I want to make sure it's quite structured and I don't want to like go on random tangents, especially for a YouTube video because people are clicking on specifically for that. So I think, yeah, getting straight to the point is quite good. So I plan, and that takes anywhere between 1 to even 6 hours if I want to look a bit more into like studies and stuff to, I guess, solidify my points. But
Shit,
yeah,
it's a
then
lot
the
of work.
filming's usually pretty smooth. I think I've gotten quite good at talking to the camera. So yeah, I'm kind of used to it. That would take like 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. And then the editing, depending on how complex it is, it will be anywhere from an hour to up to 8 hours or something, you know?
So
it
you're
depends how
averaging
much
like
graphics
10
I wanna
hours an
put on.
episode.
Yeah. It's hard work. I'm not earning much from it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you've seen exponential growth, really.
Yeah.
Because how long did it take you to go from... How long's your channel been around to go from 1 to 5,000?
Exactly. I was going to say that. That took like 9 years.
Yeah.
And I played around with different niches. So I made like biology tutoring videos, math tutoring videos.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was a tutor back
FIFA
then.
videos?
No, I didn't do any of that.
Okay.
But I made Minecraft videos.
Yeah, right.
I made piano videos, travel vlogs and stuff, and football videos. And then I finally got into running
Yep.
in 2020. And that definitely helped increase it a bit, but still kind of slow. And then again, June this year, it just started taking off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it'd be interesting to see where it goes over the next 6 months. What's the projection?
Yeah, there's a website that actually tells you that.
Yeah.
And I guess at this rate, I don't know how they calculate it, but yeah, I could grow quite big in a few years. But that's if I continue and stuff. But I think with my uni degree starting, I'll take it a bit more chill moving forward. So I think it will slow down a bit, but it could be like 50K in a couple of years.
Yeah,
at
right.
this rate.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like that's too big for me. I kind of
No.
I don't want to get too big, you know.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Still gonna have some. I still want a little bit of sense of like, not privacy is not really the word. Just like, a closer inner circle.
Yeah.
Not like, I don't want to go through the streets with a lot of people recognizing me, and I don't think that will ever happen because running is quite niche.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still don't want to go to a race and then like, be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I like the
totally.
current sort of aspect where, a couple people will recognize me. I can still talk to people individually, but if it gets to the stage where people are like lining up for stuff, like that will get hectic. And I don't think I'm the sort of person that's ready to handle that.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Who's the biggest Sota Maehara fan?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's always debate on this. I know Sophie, Lane, and Lauren always say they're the best fan or the biggest fan, but I feel like Luke's up there. I don't know. Dom watches all my videos. I'm kidding. I don't mind.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah. No, I don't mind if people don't watch all my videos because I feel like not everything's catered for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
you already know a lot of the running tips I give as well. So, yeah, and of course you as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Sophie and Lauren will be up there, but also, a lot of people are quite loyal. You see a lot of comments all the time from the same people. And
Yeah, you do, yeah.
yeah, I do really appreciate that. I'd say there's plenty of people that watch a lot of my content and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to hear an update from you, Sota. We can now go into your episode structure, just
Awesome.
to be clear. If it goes pear-shaped, then no, kidding.
I'll have to take the blame if it
wow,
goes right.
starting with the heavy hitter. That's the
was
first. That was the hardest thing you went through this year.
Oh, yeah, that is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What do
are we
you
going to do it in a running context or everything context?
Probably running but I mean, I'm sure it
it's
ties
just-
across.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
So
bit.
whatever you feel.
Yeah. Who are we starting with?
Start with you.
Me. Okay.
your question.
I feel like I already just did a lot of talking,
Alright.
but no, I can start.
Okay.
I think this has been a really different year to all my other years in terms of running because I spent 4 months of this year injured with shin splints, and there were 2 separate blocks of like 2 months. So yeah, I feel like I did way less mileage than normal. Never really got into a good rhythm for a good amount of weeks. So yeah, in that sense, I found it really tough. And yeah, because of that, I want to learn more about the mental side, like sports psychology and stuff. And I've made a few good connections recently, so I think I'm gonna make a few videos about that moving forward. Because with the running sport growing quite quickly, I think more people are inevitably getting injured because we're always trying to push for the next mileage goal or whatever. And yeah, it's really easy to overdo it a little bit. And then, yeah, I feel like there is a rise in injuries right now. So, yeah, I know how people feel and I want to help that out as well by making more content about it.
Yeah, because I think, so not being in a rhythm, you expect, if you're training towards something, you just assume you're going to be able to start ticking off weeks. So when there's a disruption, you kind of have to adjust mentally, which is not always easy.
For sure. And you learn a lot from all these injuries though, because I'd say I'm fairly knowledgeable about running training, but it's still really hard to be fully in tune with your body because you never know when an injury is around the corner. Like you don't get oftentimes you don't get a warning, but I think every time you get injured, you do learn a bit more about yourself. So yeah, just taking that and moving forward is the most important thing. And I think 2025 will be better because of what I learned from this year. Yeah.
So is it about the framing of the injury, even mentally? Like, as in this is teaching you...
Yeah. I think I learned a lot about how to handle the injury and also like be a bit more critical and analyze what you may have done wrong. Because injuries are always multifactorial. So you learn a lot from... Yeah, well, a lot of different stuff contribute to it, sorry. So, yeah, we're talking like sleep, diet, load management, and, lack of strength training, which we need to address pretty soon before we get injured again, both of us. That's Luke and I. But, so just trying to weigh out all the factors and see where you went wrong, because I guess even though it's multifaceted, a few of the factors would have contributed a bit more towards the injury.
Yeah. What about you, Dom?
The hardest thing this year.
What do you reckon?
It's been a big year. Like,
you've had a lot going on.
Yeah, well, everyone like turning 30 has been big. Like, it's just like there's always a party or something going on. And then, getting married was big, like planning for the wedding and doing all that. It's just like a lot of time. It takes away from training and really focusing on stuff. And then buying a place as well. Like, there's all this pressure when you're trying to look for a place. You spend so much time looking at places and researching and all that sort of stuff. And then once you own a place as well, it's like there's all this responsibility that you never really think about that you have to do now. So all of that just combined has put a bit more stress on me. And then same work, like you're always getting more responsibility at work and everything just keeps getting more and more.
Just balancing.
So I think just learning how to balance stuff, and I think with running you really have to make it a priority if you want to do it well, which has probably been the big learning from the year. If I'm going to run, I have to really make time for it and do it well.
If you don't mind, I know that early in the year you had like a series of races that you had in mind for later in the year. I think one of them might have been Hardcore Harry's or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Did the race plan go missing because of the iron deficiency, or?
Yeah.
And all the other factors you just mentioned, I guess.
Yeah. I think it was just everything like after like Gold Coast and getting married as well. Like I got married kind of around the same time, and it's like, I can't really be running when there's other stuff to worry about. But
at least Gold Coast was really good.
Gold Coast was great.
All things considered,
it was a good start to the year. Like all the trail runs at the start of the year were really good too. And then after Gold Coast, just never really got back into it. Like we did the Sydney Ultra Marathon, which was okay, and then from then haven't really done much.
No, that's fair.
What about you, Smitty?
Me, I want to ask Dom on how do you manage all of those competing stresses? What do you like? Do you have any
tips?
Because obviously you go through like
well, I think I don't know.
I don't know. How do you normally get through that? Or like
I think like I probably haven't managed it that well, and like I think work and all that other stuff has probably taken control a bit and been dominating my life and just throwing me around here and there. Whereas, in fact, in the past, when you're doing like one thing well, you're doing everything well. So running's kind of like a good place to start for me usually. Like if I can get into a good routine with my running, everything else kind of falls in line. And I feel like when I'm thriving in everything in life, usually running's going well.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
yeah, I think if I can use that as a kind of cornerstone in the future, it'd be good.
Yeah. Well, I think you still got to give yourself a pat on the back. 2:30:06 with all the
Yeah.
with all the stuff going
Yeah.
on. It's a lot in the lead up
Yeah, I
to
think
the wedding and all that stuff. So
yeah, if you're running a PB, like at some point during the year, you're doing all right. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I
still
think-
not a bad year.
Everything happens at the same time for most people, right? So this
Yeah.
must have just been one of those years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the phrase? When it rains, it pours or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, that's
That's pretty much
feels
what
like that.
happened to me as well. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a stepping stone year. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
definitely.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Luke?
What about me? Running wise, I would say, I mean, I've had a pretty good year, all things considered. Like, PBs across, 10K, half, marathon. I think I put a lot into the marathon block and did a lot of good training, which is good. Probably the results, the race itself was probably a little bit hard to swallow. Like, given expectation was at like thinking, I can run close to 2:30. I felt like the training was, quite good, and that would probably be one of the things that was disappointing. But I would say, as years go, like, it was a pretty good year. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that at least.
Yeah.
I think that like when you go through the injury, like just niggles and stuff like that, it's always quite frustrating because you have to reevaluate. But like this year's been pretty decent. So
You definitely trained well. Like, I've already told you this off camera as well, but the marathon block, your long runs were insane.
Yeah. And we had a lot of we did a lot of training with friends and just got into a good rhythm. Obviously Tobias was coaching and it was good to bounce training and ideas and stuff off him. Trained a lot with Delta. So it was pretty good. I can't really think of... Normally when you ask me, I don't need like brainstorming to be negative generally.
It's too good of a year.
Yeah, it was good year.
No,
good
it's
year.
good though. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have had a solid year for sure.
Yeah. I think probably a harder thing is like off the back of the 50K to then like after you've had a good like solid year of training where you've been pushing for a long period of time is to then reset and then now in this stage being like, okay, we got to get back to training and getting yourself in that headspace is quite difficult.
Yeah.
But I think once you get moving, then all the life stuff will come up and you got to navigate that and you don't know how you're going to deal with it until you get in that moment really. But yeah, good year.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing is what you did for that. For this entire year. It's not like you lose it.
Yeah.
You're gonna, take part of that and move on. So you will probably, like, I'm sure you'll run a way better marathon at Ballarat.
Yeah,
I don't know what the course is like though. So
It's meant to
that's
be
why I
pretty
hesitated
good.
a little.
No,
but-
it's meant to be good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about it, but I know Tom DeCanto did it last year, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this year, sorry.
Yeah,
earlier
he
this
did.
year.
And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been talking it up as well.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like there's
Yeah.
a bit of hype.
Bit of
behind
hype
it.
around
Yeah,
it.
lots of
It's good.
Sydney people going this time, right?
Yeah,
I've
be
noticed.
good Delta turnout.
Yeah.
What else? And then I reckon maybe Sydney even, if I got to do that soon. I just made the qualifying time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, right.
Because it's
And
up
what was the
2:30
qualifying?
2:35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be good. If I screw up Ballarat, Sydney.
But Sydney's a tough one to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But
I don't know. I think it's still, you can still go alright.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, I think a lot of people make it sound like the course is way worse than it is, to be
Yeah.
fair. But when you compare it to, I've never been to Gold Coast, but when you compare it to something like Gold Coast, I feel like Gold Coast sounds faster.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's probably not
But-
the fastest, but
But yeah, Sydney's not as bad as everyone makes it to be.
Yeah.
I guess the main thing is like people aren't really used to the elevation for some reason, so definitely just do more than you think you need so that you can kind of fall back to the elevation of Sydney Marathon.
Yeah.
Is my advice. Because if you do enough elevation in a week of training, then it'll feel like a lot more flat. I
yeah,
reckon.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Just train for the course and you should
Yeah.
be fine.
All right, cool. Now we got the negative Nancy stuff out of the way. No, kidding. It's
Goals for
important.
2025?
Yeah. No. Biggest new training concept you've introduced in 2024. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I'll have
Yeah.
to think about it. I feel like I wrote that without thinking about what that is for
Well,
myself.
problem is you've got so many training concepts going
Yeah.
around, whereas
True.
I'm like, if I change anything, it's.
We'll start with Luke. Put him
Oh
on the spot.
no!
Yeah, let's go. Luke, take
No, well, I mean, I've been in the super program of Coach Tobias, so I can't remember exactly when he started giving me guidance, but it's mainly just doing 2024
I can like gym. Like
gym.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Previously, you never really went to the gym, but
True.
this year you've been
yep.
the gym king.
But it doesn't count if I'm doing it because I have to, because I've gotten my hammies injured.
But
And-
it's still an
Yeah,
important
okay.
part, which the listeners can take from, you know?
True.
Yeah.
Okay, just scrap that. And I just thought, you know what I can do in 2024? Just go to the gym.
I did it because I wanted to.
Yeah.
But not because of the hamstring.
No, I think it's definitely. But that's the thing of like when injuries, the setback, you then forced to go down a different direction and
Yeah.
then learn gym, for example. And
Again,
then
yeah,
that's
like I
when-
said earlier, you learn from it, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. So yeah, gym, and then just doing those consistent Fridays of like threshold where they're a little bit more controlled. I mean, I haven't done it perfectly. There are a lot of times where I'm still like going too hard, but like doing those 1K reps, 5-minute reps, 7-minute reps consistently on a Friday has helped. And then, yeah, gym. Thanks, Dom. That's the only real new thing. Yeah. What about you, Dom? New training method.
I reckon in the lead up to the marathon, like all the training was just threshold. Like Tuesday was like 10-minute reps, Thursday was 6-minute reps, and that's like all we did for like 12 weeks or however long it was. And around 15:47 for the 5K, like a couple of weeks before the marathon, and then
That was a good
ran-
G-up.
Yeah.
You were happy with that.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
you
was stoked
also
with that.
flogged me in the 5K.
Yeah.
After I'm like, I've been training better than Dom.
And then the 2:30 in the marathon was great. So it showed like it was kind of a bit of a different approach. Like usually I kind of like to be running fast. I just like the feeling of running fast.
Yeah.
But having a coach and the coach looking at, okay, this is what's best for the marathon and this is what we're going to be doing was pretty good. Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you, Sota?
I think I learned a lot this year. And
Yeah.
it's mainly because I got injured and I had a lot more spare time to like look into this because, you know, I still want to be somewhat involved in running. So, yeah, I've learned a lot, but I think the main thing might be like variety in everything. So, hitting all different types of paces because you get a slightly different stimulus from all of it. I think that's something that people forget about sometimes because I do get questions quite often saying like, you know, this is my training. Do I need to do more of this or do I need to do more of this? And it's not like this or that. It's for a lot of people until we're, you know, Olympians or the best in the world, we can always improve a bit of everything, right? So yes, sometimes there is like a limiting factor maybe, but yeah, once you address the limiting factor and everything's kind of even, you can benefit from a little bit of everything. So having that variety in your training and also same with shoes as well. Like if you rotate your shoes a bit more and you land in different angles and all that, you do work different muscles, even out the load a bit. So I think everything in running comes down to trying a lot of different things and stimulating our body in different ways so that we get the adaptation from that, or adaptation, sorry. And even when we talk about like glycogen storage, like if you do more of these taxing races that require more glycogen and you carb load a bit more, you train your muscles to be able to store more glycogen. So all of this comes into play, right? Yeah. even the heart getting stronger, and then your heart doesn't have to pump as frequently because you're pumping very strong each beat, so your heart rate kind of goes down because you become more efficient as well. Same with oxygen consumption. Yeah, like you become more efficient with your oxygen usage, so you can run at the same pace more efficiently down the line. Yeah, so working a bit of everything is what I learned. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, okay. To cap off 2024, we talk about a few standout race performances that we've seen, just in general from other people.
I cannot let you two take over this part because you guys
There's a
know
lot.
a bit better.
Yeah.
I've been away for half the year.
I mean,
I was thinking within Turbo, and it wasn't really just like one race throughout the year. There was just one guy who just got after it and did heaps. Josh Clement, he ran Canberra Marathon, Hocker Half, UTA 100. He broke 20 minutes for the 5K for the first time. He did Sydney Harbour 10, City to Surf, Sydney Half, Sydney Marathon, Bondi to Manly, and Cozzy 50. Like all in 1 year. It's just
that's
nuts.
nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's like a... that's an insane race.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's a great year. Like, got to call that out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I think breaking 20 for 5K is pretty cool too. Like,
Yeah. Big milestone. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Putting me on the spot. Standout race performances. I mean, I think just off the top of my head, Jono from Delta running like 45:06 at City Surf, coming 17th, is pretty wild given he ran a minute faster than the previous year. That's pretty outstanding. I mean, there's heaps.
Yeah.
I mean,
there were a
Dom's
lot. 2:30:06.
battling a cold.
That's definitely up there.
True.
Yeah.
He's up there. That's some heroic stuff.
It was a good run,
Particularly when you are not sure if you're even going to race.
Yeah. I think Smitty's half marathon, taking down the Chiefs record. Like,
Why would you bring that one up? I mean, that was probably my favourite performance.
What about the
On that
10K? What did you
course.
run in the 10K?
I wasn't... ran...
Was it sub 32 or
No. It was like...
32 low?
32, like 28 or something.
Yeah. Still got him.
Enough to get a World Athletics profile.
Is it actually?
I think so. It's just...
Where do you
32.
find out this
Tim
information?
Brock's it. He
knows.
knows all about it.
Okay.
He's on top
That's
of it.
interesting,
I don't
yeah.
know. I didn't know until Tim's like, if you get, this.
What is it in
and
the
that."
5K? You know?
I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
think it's probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I do is like time trials and stuff and park runs, so I feel like one day I'm going to be the fastest person that doesn't have a profile at this rate. Yeah. If I keep improving but not actually racing properly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how people get into the track races and stuff. Like, it seems
Yeah.
complicated to... I don't know how it works, but you have to sign up for NSW Athletics or whatever and somehow getting through that, right? So,
Yeah. I think like you got to be registered with the club and then sign up for the race, and they see the races and everything. But yeah.
I'm still clubless, so...
Yeah.
Delta.
Yeah, Delta. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Honorary Delta member.
Yeah.
Any other standout races?
I mean, I feel like mentioning Matt Gore's Canberra effort. It's pretty
far
wild,
out.
given how hard he pushed himself. That seems like a standout. Josh...
Wait, Canberra or Gold Coast?
Sorry, did I say Canberra?
Gold Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
okay.
not
I just had to make
Canberra.
sure.
No, Gold
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
Gold Coast
No, that
Marathon.
definitely deserves some kudos.
wild.
Yeah.
Matt Ho winning Canberra.
Matt Ho, yeah,
That's
winning
crazy.
Canberra.
Yeah.
That was
That was his
awesome.
first race back as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or first marathon back
Yep.
at least. Yeah.
Josh Maxwell.
Josh Maxwell, yeah.
He had a lot of good races. I think he won I can't remember what the award was at the Delta. It was like best year all round or something like that. But his Sydney 10 was real breakthrough race. There's been so many.
Yeah.
You say yours and I'll think of more.
On the thing is, I'm not familiar with the Chiefs community. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Especially being away for a while.
There's heaps. What about in your circle or
Yeah.
anything?
What about the athletes you coach? Like,
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
big?
true. Yeah. I mean, Well, yeah, some of it might be confidential. I don't know who wants. Yeah, I don't know who's happy with me saying that I coached them. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I had one guy do Bondi to Manly, and he had like a bit of an accident at work a few weeks before that, and still like completed it in 10 hours 43. So
Far out.
I think that's huge. And yeah, he also did the marathon a few weeks before that, Sydney Marathon.
Yeah.
But that was like pretty much right after that work accident, and he did that as well. So
Yeah, shit.
yeah, he's an absolute trooper. But yeah, that was amazing. Also, I guess Adrian Wong, shout out to him. He
Oh yeah.
went from a
Do you coach
3.
him?
Yeah. So he went from a 340 or 350 marathon. It might have been 349. All the way down to 311 in like a year.
Yeah, that's very
I
impressive.
think that's definitely a highlight as
Yeah,
well.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is huge. Yeah, I had to force him to do a ton of like threshold and stuff. Though. I had to get him out the
Paid
door.
off.
Like he likes sleeping in a lot, so yeah, it required a lot of chasing up, but we got there in the end. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be going for like sub 3 next year. So
Yeah, wow.
or even faster, trying to get the Boston qualifier. I don't know what that is
Oh, yeah.
nowadays, but
Yeah, true.
if he has a year to train for it, I think he'll manage. Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, Matt Gore second at Cozzy was pretty good.
That's a
big
very
race.
recent
That was
one.
very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Luke Smith, 4th at
Mate, you
Sydney
can't miss that one. That's not a step
I was
down.
so stoked to see you doing the trail. Yeah. That was amazing.
It broke me.
Yeah.
I'm still not
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. We just gotta make you do Bondi to Manly one day.
I am keen to do it. It's just
Yeah.
like mentally, I'm like, that is a really good idea. And then practically, I'm like, it's a long
Honestly,
way.
if you don't go out too quick,
I
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy
It's
who
only
won
bad if
this
you
year,
go quick. Yeah.
yeah, the guy who won this year like set the record and was
Yeah.
just he paced it really well.
Evenly, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, next one on the list is, what are our goals for 2025? It's a
Yeah.
big question. Big question.
I need
Who
a
do
bit
we want
of
to
time
start
to
with?
think.
You want to think about it?
Yeah.
So do these are your questions.
Just came up with the idea, but didn't actually think about what I'm going to say. Yeah. We can start with Dom. I feel like Dom knows.
Yeah,
Got his phone out.
Yeah, you've
Yep.
done preparation.
yeah, mate, we're trying to run an organisation here. But yeah, next year, so far I've only signed up for Gold Coast half. And would love to get the Chiefs record back. So that's in July.
I'm doing the half as well.
Yeah, that'd be good head to head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully can work with each other and
And not push
Sounds
each
like
other.
sounds like we're going to be sandbagging each other more like it. But yeah, let's go with publicly work with each other.
and then I wouldn't mind doing like a track ultra maybe in the second half of the year, but got to get fit first. But
Yeah, it looks fun.
yeah, maybe another 12 hour, I reckon.
What motivates you to get back on the track for 12 hours?
I don't know. It's just like you want to see like how good can you be, like how far can you go.
Yeah.
It's very kind of pure. It's like okay, that's
It's just you on the track.
what I can do. Yeah, there's
I'll
no
say my
excuses.
reason why. I haven't done one yet, but I want to do one day. And my reason why is, for example, Bondi to Manly, I did 6 hours 34 or whatever. But obviously there's elevation in it. And like
Yeah.
Dom said, I want to know how far I can get. Like how far I can possibly get in a set amount of time, you know?
Yeah.
Without any distractions. So no hills and whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to run around a track as fast as I can for a long period of time. So
Yeah.
I feel like that concept does, intrigue me, and I want to do it as well.
Yeah.
But not 24 hours. Probably like
No, I
6,
think-
No.
Yeah, 12,
6 or 12 hours.
12 is good.
Because
Yeah.
then you can still run fairly quick for that amount of time.
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah.
12-hour Australian record is probably the softest. So
Really?
yeah, it would like
You're calling people
still.
out now.
Well, no, the guy said Giannis Kouros. He
Yeah.
it was just a split through his 24 hours.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know much about the ultra running one. but
Yeah. So I reckon
Yeah.
that's probably like the easiest Australian record to get. But yeah, have to get fit first.
Yeah. That'd be cool if Dom gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's in reach.
It'd be cool to see if anyone gets it next year.
Well, it sounds like it will go down. If it was a split To the
Yeah.
24 hour, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I can only imagine it was...
it's still like 100 and, I think it's like 100 miles pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, in 12 hours.
Yeah. And I think no one really cares about the 12 hours as well. So
Yeah.
that's probably the other hard thing is like it'd be good to have someone else to run with.
Sure.
It almost needs to be like a joint effort between two people.
Maybe
going
I
after
need to do it.
Yeah, so Tom, let's do it.
That would be
Yeah.
good, yeah. Dom and I have a history of like working together quite a lot.
Yeah.
We end up doing the same races. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started running a bit more, like I joined Turbo and yeah, Dom was like one of the first people I
Yeah, we had a couple
looked
of
up to.
good
Yeah.
episodes.
Didn't you beat him in the like
UTMR?
UTMR.
I feel bad.
yeah.
I feel bad
Yeah.
about that one though. Like
Yeah.
he had a blister, you know. Yeah.
No, I was.
I was
I think I
good.
was like-
Soda at the end. I'm just.
Well, I had a good day and yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
but that was an
yeah.
awesome run from you though. That's
Yeah.
like.
Why do you
huge
feel
run.
bad? You should be like.
No, because I feel like if he didn't have that blister, we would have worked together for most of it, you know.
Coulda,
Yeah.
shoulda,
Yeah.
woulda.
Oh, I don't know. So Tyler, like, what'd you average? Like 336s or something?
I don't remember anymore, but yeah,
You were
was
fine.
good, yeah.
Like,
it
on the
was
hills,
moving
it's
because the
just
downhills were
nuts.
like 3-minute pace or whatever,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
But-
about you? Any goals for
Goals?
next year?
Yeah, not really. I think I just want to be a bit more consistent, and because I'm moving to Perth and I don't know the area that well yet, I don't know what races I'm gonna do. But
Yeah.
I think I have my sights on Perth Running Festival, which is in October.
Okay.
Seems like with about a 2:30 marathon, you can come third or fourth.
Yeah, right.
So-
it's a bit of depth.
Yeah, that'll be quite interesting to see how high I can place. Yeah. Obviously, I'll have to train a lot for that, and I haven't really raced a marathon yet, so we'll see how it goes.
When is it? Sorry.
October. Got plenty of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That'd
if
be
I feel
good.
fit, I'll do that. Also, Wings for Life, which I know Dom has
yeah.
done before.
Yeah.
I know he won the Sydney one in 2023. No,
2022?
before that, 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I did it the year after.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to do that. That's a cool concept because you run away from a car for as long as you can. And
Yeah.
I like these races where it's a bit different to what you normally do. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps it fresh. I don't want to get bored of doing the same like 5K race every single weekend or whatever. So, yeah, just a bit of different races, I guess. And if I can come back, one night to Manly.
Yeah, I'd love
Like,
to do Bondi to Manly.
Yeah.
I was disappointed I couldn't come back this time because if I wasn't injured from that time trial, I would have come back for it. Yeah. But it'll be good to see everyone come back again, like Joey, because
Oh,
Joey
yeah.
had to miss it this year as well.
Yeah.
I think he was injured as well from
Oh,
the looks
right.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But it'll be good to get everyone back once and the winner from this year. Like,
Yeah.
have a real, deep field.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting
Yeah.
deeper and deeper. So, yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good. But those are the three that I'm kind of thinking of for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What about you?
Ballarat will be good. Going after the marathon again. The goal will be the same, sub 2:30, but I mean,
I reckon
it's
you
a
got it
bit-
this time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you pretty much had it last time.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, surely you'll get it, yeah. But who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I feel like I need to get myself into more of a rhythm with training to
Yeah,
then
yeah.
start building the confidence because you forget that you are fit. Not that I'm completely unfit, but I'm probably like 15% off where I was at my peak. And you need to, build the belief that you can. I think that'll come within the next 8 weeks or so or something like that as you
Yeah.
start building fitness.
Confidence is a huge part of running. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realized this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
matters a lot.
definitely. I think. Yeah, that's something. Even Tobias said, just need to even just work on being a bit more confident in your like ability, as in because I feel like
Nah. But I
Yeah.
think once you start training well,
yeah.
just everything kind of works together.
Yeah.
Like, in the lead up to Gold Coast, you were very up and about.
Yeah, I was up and about, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm fit." But
Yeah.
then also, then I get negative Nancy when I don't have the result, and then blah blah blah. But it's fine. But I think confidence just goes up and down, really.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, and also I'm prone to get overconfident.
Yeah.
Too extreme.
Yeah. So I'll be like,
No
no
in between.
confidence, and then I'll be like, I can run. I'm gonna target a Sydney 10, 31:30. But yeah, that'll be good. And then Gold Coast half marathon.
Gold Coast, yeah.
Dom,
Yeah,
you're not touching
showdown.
my PB.
Just be like Gold Coast this year all over again.
I've seen some beef unfold in front of me.
There'll be no such beef like Fingal Bay Park Run, but anyway. Did you see Matt Ho run like 15:30 or whatever it was at
wow.
Fingal Bay Park Run?
Geez, that's a good run.
Yeah. And then I might sign up for City Marathon to have that as in the back pocket. So that'll just still be sub 2:30 goal if Ballarat doesn't come off. And then when's Bono to Manly?
Late October?
Yeah, late October,
When's Sydney?
August.
Yeah, they moved it earlier now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Late August, so plenty of time.
cool.
And the Sydney Marathon would definitely help you with the one night of Manly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So City Marathon will be
There's
either
still heaps of
like a
time,
good
yeah.
good long run or the race, depending on how I'm feeling at the time. And then Bondi to Manly, either probably I don't know. I like
The
the
relay?
idea of doing the full.
Yeah, do the full.
Yeah.
Although the
Or
2 by 40k.
Yeah, that's cool.
2 by 40k would be cool.
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
I
Dom and I,
immediately-
Chiefs challenge.
Yeah.
That would be cool, yeah.
Break 6 hours would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon breaking 6 hours would be
Yeah, it should be easy.
Yeah. With two
What should
people.
you be looking
Yeah.
at for two people, like a competitive
'Cause
time?
we went through the marathon at just over 3 hours.
Yeah.
But that's 42k.
So if you do
when you think about, it
two,
would have been like 250 or something.
yeah, if you do 250
Marathons.
40k's
Yeah.
or
Breaking
Oh,
6
yeah.
is easy with two people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe
what's
5:30 or
6 hour pace?
I remember this at the time.
6 hours.
Well, I don't remember anymore. 6 hour, 1 hour Manly pace.
Well, it's 80k, so it's 3 hours for each 40k.
This is the engineer coming out.
Then it's 90 minutes for each 20k.
How
I
do you
feel
work that out?
Divided by 2.
Yeah. So that's what 430s, isn't it?
430s, yeah. It's 10k,
Yeah,
430s.
that sounds about right.
430s
Yeah.
for 10ks.
Yeah.
I do remember,
430s.
you know, Rhett Gibson, like the previous record holder.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure his pace was like 438 or something. So that sounds about right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I reckon it'll be like
probably
430.
You probably
Yeah.
get quicker than that then.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were flying in the
We were going quick.
when we did it in 2023. So
Yeah.
if we just do that again, except we only have to do that and that's it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we'll run quicker. So
Yeah.
we might even be running like low 4s.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Bondi and Manly would love to do
4 or
something.
something.
then.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's always. I feel like the event was real cool when we just did it recently.
Atmosphere,
It's got a good.
amazing.
It's got a
Yeah.
really good vibe.
Just it's like good size too. Like it's just kind of
Yeah.
not too big.
I reckon it'll get
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, we'll get big. Yeah.
It'll start getting
It will.
big.
Yeah.
More and more years.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, the next section was an interesting one. So it looks like we're gonna try and create the ideal runner.
Yeah.
Going through different
Categories.
and stuff like that. So in terms of training, grit, a bunch of different things. So we'll go through them.
Yeah, Luke and Dom will take the reins for this as well because they know most of the community, but
Hang on a minute.
I can add a bit of input as well.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know, like everyone.
Do I?
You know more people than we do.
Yeah.
You are Sydney
I
running.
know. I'll contribute.
yeah. Getting off the hook. We're gonna give one each.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can one runner for each category.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the categories I was struggling with, but
Yeah. Oh, you've
We can
written
do a
it
few
down.
honourable
I'm off the
mentions.
cuff, so
Oh, it's hard. Some of them are
I
a bit
apologize
niche.
in
Yeah.
advance for whoever I'm. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So who's training is like just in general, like the
Who trains the best?
yeah. Is
Yeah,
that
who has the most structured, like well
Okay.
thought out training? Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
it's clearly not me.
we're gonna think about what like consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency is probably a big thing.
Does anyone come to mind when you think
Dom,
of that?
you've got it written down.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking maybe like the obvious answer, Josh Phillips.
Yeah. yeah, that's true.
He might win every single category.
yeah.
The ideal runner, yeah. But yeah, I guess he just talked to him last episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Just seemed
it,
like
it
he's
clearly looks well thought out. Like
just
he knows
done,
what
yeah.
he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I was thinking Matt Ho because I think he,
Yeah.
his training's maybe not consistent. He kind of juggles life and stuff, but he does his best and seems like he trains appropriately for where he's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've talked up Jono quite a lot this episode, but if you look at Jono's training, he's like hitting off like 120, 130k weeks, like just like a metronome. And he's also balancing kids and stuff like that as well. But there's a lot of people that train really well.
For sure,
Like that have a good structure. I'll say not Chris. I was going to say Chris, but Chris more recently. Now he's got a coach.
Yeah, when he's in the zone, he's good.
Yeah, for sure.
But something about that dad strength, I reckon. Like all the dad and mum runners out there,
They're just they just
dial
get
it
it
in
done.
and get it done. Yeah.
Yeah, no excuses.
Yeah.
What's the next category?
Well, sorry, you didn't give a.
I'm actually Josh as well. 'Cause
Yeah, that's fair. That's cheating, but
training,
fair.
I see his training on Strava all the time, and yeah, it looks
pretty good.
structured. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say Josh as well.
Next one was whose race IQ, pacing ability. Dom, you're off the list. You're so far off the list. It's not funny.
That probably would mean I'm off the list as well, 'cause I'm pretty similar to Dom.
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah.
pretty hot. I grew
Yeah.
up hot. Yeah.
It's pretty hard not
Yeah.
to.
True. I don't know. Yeah.
Pacing.
Racing IQ.
I'm gonna go with Lockie.
Oh, Lockie Oaks. That's a good choice. Yeah. He
Lockie
always-
Oaks is always not. He's like knows where he's at.
He always has like a decent run.
Yeah, and
Like,
he has a good
yeah.
race. He's not going out there trying to like be like, I'm gonna run 15% faster than I know I can
Yeah,
run.
that's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's so level-headed.
very level-headed, and he does the same in Delta sessions as well.
Yeah, he doesn't care who's ahead.
No.
And he's like one of the fastest guys there. But
Yeah, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one's an interesting one.
Wait. Did you give?
I was agreeing Lachlan Oaks.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
You have
I
to give
agree.
your own one.
I agree with Rob. We just agree.
I don't know, pacing ability.
I'm sure there's another person.
There's got to be other people who just
Who's
just
metronome?
nail races all the time.
Racing IQ. Yeah.
Racing IQ is different to. Well, not really. Pretty much all pacing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lachlan Oaks. He's the only one who can do it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with Lockie.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
Congrats, Lockie.
Mental grit.
Mental
This is
grit.
an interesting one.
This is a
I
good
know
one.
who I'm going to choose. I'm getting in before anyone else. So Matt Gore.
Well, the Chiefs challenge is all about like who's the grittiest runner, and this year it was Pat Quigley.
He's a gritty. I mean,
Came from nowhere.
yeah, he came from nowhere and he ran with grit.
So we've got to throw his name in there.
Yeah,
but,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Also,
But
I was,
who? Yeah.
I was thinking Chloe Bell from Turbo. She's always
yeah?
just grind, like gets it done.
Good call.
Yeah.
I can all throw Lauren in the list because
Oh, yeah,
backyard
true.
ultra,
Yeah.
like backyard
Very
ultra,
true.
winning at that age
She's
is
very gritty.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
200Ks. That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
That's a
But
fair, very
Matt
fair
Gore
call.
as well, yeah.
Matt Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Matt Gore's always got mental grit.
Yeah.
Like in sessions, even in his strength sessions, and then you look at Gold Coast. Come on.
Yeah. True.
Good. We got 3 separate ones there. Good job, guys.
Finally, we contributed.
Shoe
Well,
rotation.
I
I know who I'm picking here.
Chris Gatt.
Isaac Morgan. Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I say Chris Gatt or Isaac or me.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You
Yeah.
how many shoes you got?
Not as much now. I think like 25, but that's still a lot.
That's a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
I pick Isaac because I know how much he froths shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his own like. I don't know if he wants
Little
me to
blog.
expose him, but
Yeah, he
has a
does.
blog,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's got a blog
Yeah.
Good
called.
blog. Yeah.
He told me early on, and he was like, "Keep it low key for now," because like not many people know about it. But
No, it's
I think
good.
now it's more public.
He's
yeah.
a good writer.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
comes hand
Yeah.
in hand with being
Yeah.
a lawyer.
He said he wants to practice writing, and yeah, I think he's good already.
Yeah, he's really.
Yeah.
They're really good and they're
There's
funny.
nothing to practice.
There's always shots fired at everyone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Dom? Who do you
I was saying Sota. But,
Sota. Good call.
Yeah, I don't know. Who else? Shoe rotation.
Who else? Oh, Tobias. Tobias just for
Tobias.
like
He's always
rogue
just
shooter
the-
because he loves the new shoes, and like he's probably the biggest carbon plated
Yeah.
shoe
Right.
fan of all time.
I think Arthur used to be up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he'll get back into it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, we tick that one off. Who's kicking ability? Well, certainly not Dom at Fingal Bay because he got outkicked by me. Sorry.
So many ropes coming out of nowhere.
I was going to say Josh Mackwell.
Yes.
Yeah, for his
That's a good
park
call.
on 5K.
Beat me
just
to that one.
Closing
in
like
a
a machine.
3:11.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Kicking ability.
He won't get the award for pacing ability. But he'll get it for kicking ability.
Yeah.
So
That's a good kick.
Yeah, good
It's
kick.
hard to say. This one is hard for me because I've been away from Delta for a few months, right? And I can't see who's doing what in the sessions as well. And at parkrun. Yeah.
So that's a cop out.
So I only know myself, so I'm just gonna say myself. my
Sometimes does have a good
That's
kick.
a good answer.
my PB at Rose, the 1540, like that was a
Yeah,
three
that's a
on one
huge
last
kick.
K.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah.
a huge kick. I
Yeah.
don't know how you can do
I
that.
made up most of the time in the last K, yeah. But that was one good day. And I wouldn't say I always have a kick, but I think it's one of those things where when you can flip a switch in the head,
Yeah, that's...
you get moving, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm sure there's people better than me, 100%. Like, I just don't know anyone though.
Yeah, no,
Right
that's
now.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I haven't seen anyone race in a while. Yeah.
But
But let's just say Luke.
I
Because
can't
Luke
kick
outkicked Dom.
Yeah, finger back. Yeah. That's
Once,
you're
once.
the short distance runner, and you had 200 meters. You had 200 meters to go, and you just said, "Nah."
Wait, is he really the short distance runner? He does ultras.
Some 800-meter guy.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah. I know Dom's proud of that. Short to 800. And to be fair, that's a big achievement.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Jeez, I probably should tone it back.
Who's endurance ability?
Endurance ability. Ooh, what do we mean by endurance ability?
Yeah, so it's just like being able to hold a certain pace for a very, very, very long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Matt Gore.
Yeah, Matt Gore would
Matt
come to my
Gore,
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can hold a solid
But Dom
pace.
as well because he does the...
Yeah, Dom.
Yeah, probably
Dom's
track
up there.
races.
Under
Yeah.
30 12-hour record.
The way you said that. Yeah, Dom and Matt Gore. I'll give him that.
I mean, even under 30 is super impressive. Yeah. But you probably can upgrade that to all ages. Right?
Hopefully,
yeah.
that's the plan.
Then we can officially give you the title.
Yeah.
What about you? Who you picking, Dom? Nah.
Yeah, I said Dom.
No, I
said
gave him a
Dom's
way
Wow,
out.
that's nice. Yeah, okay.
I said Dom because of the track races.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
Okay, I'll also say Joey McGrath.
Yeah, good
'Cause
call.
He's really similar to you in the
He's very good.
track race, right?
Yeah.
So he's up there.
Oh no. Who's trail running ability? How many are we going to give these to Matt Gore?
I was saying Joey McGrath for this one because
Yeah.
on the trails he's just a gun.
Yeah.
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 Joe McGrath.
He's a
I'll give it to
specialist.
Ollie, the guy that came second.
Oh, Ollie Roos, yeah, he was good.
Just seeing him run down.
He was
like, the
really
little-
good. Yeah.
He's good. He's
Yeah.
technically very good. Also, have you guys met Corey Arkings?
Oh yeah.
From Delta. Yeah.
He is very good on technical terrain. Yeah.
He ran a crazy the half marathon.
Yeah, the 180 star.
Yeah. What did he run?
I forgot, but it was a quick half.
It was quick,
Yeah,
like
for a trail, like it was
With perspective
mad, yeah.
on because we
Yeah.
were out there
he
watching.
took down some big names as well. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's but that race, I'm not sure we talked about. That was no, you weren't there. You weren't in the country. That was a fun event. Shout
Corey's
out Alex.
100% a dark horse. Alex
Yeah.
Treglone, because I won the half that was in Visual Reserve up near Castle Hill or something. Yeah, he was like, I'd be really curious to see how it goes if I race Corey Arkins, but he reckons Corey would have the edge a bit, and I would actually agree with that because on
Yeah.
trail he's really quick.
If he's really good on trail,
Doesn't
yeah.
make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't care about like road at all. So he's like purely a trail guy. But he's really good at what he does. So Corey definitely gets it for me, I think. Corey
Yeah.
and Joey. Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, cool. Whose road running ability?
I was gonna say Luke Smith, but I think I'll retract that one.
No.
No,
So
It's a competitive category though. Very competitive.
are you saying
could be
that
Josh
just because
Phillips up
that's
there.
all that I run, or
well, that's all you got really. You don't like the track. You don't like the trails. Like,
I mean-
got to give you something.
Ed Goddard has been on this pod.
Yeah.
and
True, Ed Goddard.
It
Yeah.
has to go to him, right?
yeah,
So that's my pick, I think.
yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
Yeah. For a bit of context,
Good
he
call.
also was in Japan recently.
I
and he
saw
did
your
this
video
half-
with him.
Yeah, he did a half marathon race.
Oh yeah, 61.
It's
Didn't he
so
get a PB?
deep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a deep race. Like if you run 69, you come like 135th place or something like that.
Wow.
Some ridiculous stats.
Who
So,
won?
I don't know, some Japanese guy. Well, everyone else was Japanese apart from Ed.
Oh, really?
And
Why was he over there? Was he
ran
a-
to Japan as well.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
Jake Marathon
Oh, yeah,
guy.
yeah. What
Yeah.
What was Ed over there for?
Just to
the
race twice, yeah. So
Yeah.
he did that half marathon.
And the
'cause-
10K.
Yeah, and the 10K.
Yeah.
Which he just ran a solo 28:40, which
Oh, yeah.
is bloody quick for a solo
Flying.
effort.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. But yeah, Egg's got the road title, I reckon.
That's fair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh he's
Yeah.
he's the king.
Track running ability.
But Smitty, like, Cedar Surf, he always shows up.
Yeah, thanks,
and-
Tom.
Yeah, all the road races you perform very well.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Now I feel bad.
The Hoka hat
Now I
as
feel
well.
bad. Did you just do
Hoka
that?
hat?
Did you just do that to make me feel bad? You were like, you know what? I didn't have him on here, but now I'm going to add him on here.
I swear Dalton knows that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm on the high horse. I was just
yeah.
gonna stay up here.
You're on the
Yeah.
high horse.
There's a lot that goes through Dalton's head. Like, everything's planned.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. The engineer mind.
What's the next category?
Track running ability.
Track running ability. Oof.
Josh.
Is that Josh?
He's got
Yeah,
the
this one,
state
yeah.
3K title
Oh,
and
yeah.
every other title.
Yeah,
Whatever.
100%. Yeah, you can't go past Josh.
He just looks so good running on the track as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His form is so smooth.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. I think going to the US really helps with like getting good at the track because that's all they do, right? Like indoor track, outdoor track.
True. Yeah.
Lots of sessions all year round. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I feel like we should give something to bloody Sam Clifford as well at the moment. But
Is there another category?
I don't know.
Vertability?
I just
Was that the
remember-
last category? Because I want to add another category.
Still
real
plenty more.
quick. Okay.
Whose vert ability? Oh, Dom, that'd have to
Vert.
be you at what's that
Here we
race
go, here
again?
we
I
go.
forgot it.
What race?
When you
Six
did the
vert?
vert, you did the
Oh, vertical
the
kilometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so
sucked at
impressive.
That's in is it in Tasmania?
Yeah,
Kunanya, yeah.
Oh, I'm not giving it to Matt Gore. I'm
I was gonna say Matt Crean is kind of like the obvious
Oh,
choice.
yeah.
Again, but,
yeah.
yeah, we had him on ages ago. So
Soda, vert ability.
I know. If it's the person that enjoys the vert the most, it'll be me.
yeah, true. So I was,
Yeah,
I,
okay.
I was like,
I'm,
right.
I'm
Really?
slowly ramping it up. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I want to become a vert specialist down the line. I want
A
to
vert
get good at that.
specialist. Why
Yeah.
do you like vert running? It's so painful.
I don't know. I just like the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got really inspired. I once ran with Dom at Megalong Valley.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's that huge long fire trail hill. It's
Running
like
that.
steep and it goes on forever.
Yeah.
And that first time I did it, like I got dropped by Ian. He just ran the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think from that day I was like, all right, I need to like catch up to Dom. So I was like, I'll start doing a bit more.
Smashing
Yeah.
that. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
You
But I think I have improved a bit, but I wouldn't say I'm the best still.
Oh, no,
But I
it's
enjoy it though. Yeah.
pretty solid though. Like UTMR, that run you had there
True, yeah.
was on the hills, and that was really
Yeah, that's
good.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good segment.
It's a good segment.
Yeah.
Who's nutrition?
Ooh.
Who is good at nutrition?
I was gonna say Matt Gore because he just eats so much.
Yeah.
And he
He
seems
just
to.
loads up on the precision hydration, the gel
Yeah.
flask now. Like,
Yeah.
I heard it's like 300 grams of carbs in one flask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Just need 2 of those and it's sorted for
Yeah.
one night of Manly.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, but even like all his pre-race stuff, he's just got it all dialed in.
Ah, true. Yeah.
But what about you, Smitty?
It's gonna have to go to Bree
Brie.
for fueling.
Refueling.
fueling
Refueling you.
for fueling me. roasting me about not fueling before sessions or after sessions.
Okay. Free
So
can
we're
take
on
that
the
one.
we're on the I'm not sure if she heard that. We're on the up and go liquid breakfast.
Nice.
I tried one that wasn't dairy free a long time ago. Josh, I think Josh and Georgia got me onto them, and then but they don't really. These are the soy. Is it
dairy-free
soy
ones?
milk.
Huh?
Yeah, these have been really good. Just smash like 2 of them after a session. Make sure you get your nutrition in.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't really think about like, that's something I need to work on.
Because when you get to the longer distances, like nutrition is obviously key and it's a huge part of it. So
Yeah.
it's an important thing to consider.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever nailed nutrition, but I definitely have a really good stomach tolerance. So I can handle a lot of carbs an hour, but I just need to like do more trail races where I put that into practice.
Yeah.
But that Bondi to Manly time trial, that was like above
yeah.
100 grams an hour.
Yeah, right. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. It was like 3 gels and drink mix and a few stuff an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all like pretty individual though. Like,
Yeah. But at pace, like when you're running quicker, it is harder to take it in. So
Yeah,
I think
true.
at marathon pace, I suck at nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm good at it for trail.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my shout out. Shout out to Bree. Now she's asleep. Anyway.
The next one was a tricky one. I couldn't think of anything for it, but whose ability to think long term about running?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
It is a hard one. Everyone's so short-term reward oriented.
Yeah. Everyone's just focusing on the next race. Yeah.
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 I don't know,
Yeah.
just someone who doesn't care about races as much and is there to enjoy it is like who I'm thinking of giving the award to. But again, it's a hard one to think of. But like, who's there just having fun all the time at the races? Like, not looking really pressurized. That's who I'm after. Do you reckon Jess Palfreyman? She has like quite a good outlook, I feel like.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She's got, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
But
had a few setbacks
Yeah.
Yeah.
recently, so.
But she even like gets after a race and trains for it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you can be a good racer and be the winner of that category too. It's just like
True.
who's not like hammering themselves with races in the short term, like in 1 year.
Yeah.
And like having a bit more of a long term kind of plan.
I think Jess goes in mental grit and shoe rotation as well.
Well, you guys voted Matt Gore a lot of times already, but I haven't yet. But I'm gonna say Matt Gore because I think I heard him on a podcast saying something like, this year I wanted to focus on marathon to get better at the trail.
Yeah,
in
true.
the next year and stuff.
True.
So that is actually long term thinking.
True,
right? So
but
I think that's a fair category to give it. To him as well.
We've given him too many.
Although, yeah.
We've given him too many.
Yeah. That's my first
it.
one I give it.
No more. No more for the gore.
Can we take a couple off of it?
Yeah.
We gotta ban him completely.
Okay, next one was whose ability to stay calm and sane during the niggles.
I reckon Soda's gone.
Really?
So not
Yeah.
too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I reckon
that.
Soda.
I think I got better over time.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean Georgie Gibson, I would say.
True.
Yeah, George
as well.
Gibson. Yeah.
Definitely agree.
She's
I
Obviously
will
we
throw
talked to-
Lauren in as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
had like 6 months off now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so rough.
Which I really feel bad about. Yeah, but I think overall she's like handling it very well.
Yeah.
And maturely as well.
It's
So
a long
respect
time.
to her.
Yeah. Big shout out to Lauren.
Yeah.
Next one was whose ability to instantly race on short notice.
Chris Gatt.
Who can always perform?
Chris Gatt.
Chris
Yeah,
Gatt.
that's a good one.
He's always up for a race.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Soto as well.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's always-
because I do sign up last minute to a lot of stuff.
yeah, you always just
Yeah.
throw down and pull
I
out
didn't
a
think
big
of
result.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just had a. I thought you were going to say Matt Gore or something. I was getting real worried.
Definitely
Don't
not
say
Matt
it.
Gore.
Don't
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, I don't
It's a
know.
race on short notice.
Race
Yeah.
on short notice.
I feel like
Just
that's
walk
Chris
up and-
Gatt. He always seems to be doing like a track race or like
True.
Oh, Aaron.
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 I guess Aaron and Ian, because they do parkrun every weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Aaron,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
True.
Don't
yeah.
both of them like win every time?
They race all the time.
Yeah, they're-
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron
And they're
probably
always.
They don't
the
even take
award.
it chill. Like they just
No.
send it
Oh,
every
they're
week.
always
Yeah.
like running pretty
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
too. Like yeah, true. Ian and Aaron. Yeah.
Scotty also,
Yeah.
Scott Fraser also.
Scott
does
Fraser,
that as
he's
well.
always throwing down.
He's like
Yeah.
got a track race and then he'll go to park run and like run like 16:30 and you're like, don't you have a race?
My
tonight?"
favorite
It's like,
memory
yeah.
of Aaron, he once did parkrun in the morning, and that evening he went to Bankstown to race a 5K on the track.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he broke
Yeah.
17 in both, and I was like,
Jeez.
"What the hell is wrong with me?" Yeah. I was like,
know.
surely try and like do a bit better on one of them and like not race twice. But
I
he's
would
like,
agree.
No, I just
I
want to
would
race
agree.
all of it.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think those two are the winners.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Good job, guys. We
That was a
got
good
through all
segment.
those. Great
Last one.
segment. Yeah.
We got to do a funny one.
Okay.
Who is the biggest yapper?
Oh.
There's a lot that can go.
Biggest yapper. Oh, that
can
goes to
win
Matt Gore.
Yeah, that's not good.
this. No, Luke would be up there.
I'm up there. I'm up there for sure.
Adrian Morgan's up there.
Yeah.
Adrian is so up there.
Biggest yapper.
Biggest yapper.
No.
Does anyone like stand out, or is just everyone a big yapper?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure once you get
Overall, everyone's a big yapper.
like talking about running, everyone's going to be
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
pretty big yapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, those are 3 names. That's
Yeah,
good enough.
true.
Yeah. But we gave another one to Matt Gore.
We did, but I feel like I'm happy to give that one to him. Yeah.
Are there any other categories you can think of, or is that it?
That's it. I think we
Yeah.
covered off heaps.
That
That's
was
a
a lot,
good
yeah.
good segment.
Good
Yeah.
I
segment.
like that. Thanks for
All
giving
good.
us the
Yeah. That can be retitled as the Chiefs Awards as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
the year.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Do them
Well,
every year.
We got one more
Yeah.
question, listener question
Oh.
Oh, for me.
for you.
Oh, okay.
Who's your favorite athlete?
I already know who asked this.
You wonder who? Starts
Yeah.
with a B.
I'll say it. Brie.
Hey!
Yeah. Look.
He's gonna take it away now.
But yeah, she adds a bit more fun to it, which is, enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel too serious. It feels more like a friendship than like a coach-athlete relationship. Although I do try and keep it professional most of the time.
Why is that?
Because
You never
Brie
respond
adds
to
the XOXO all the time. Yeah.
You've never returned a single XOXO.
I'm not going to return an XOXO, but maybe after a race. So we'll wait till then. Yeah. Yeah. But we're training up for, just to get back to where she was.
Yeah.
And I think she can get there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're the honorary coach as well.
From who am I coaching?
You're my assistant coach.
I add
For
zero
Brie.
value. I just tell Brie to add just add another XOXO.
You're making my life harder.
I'm
No, it's
just
good,
trying to
yeah.
respond to you.
But all my athletes are good. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy coaching quite a lot. Yeah.
And you, when did you start coaching?
So I started with Adrian, and
That's right. That was recent-ish.
yeah,
Like a year ago.
Yeah. So trained him up for a 3:11 marathon recently.
Yeah.
But along the way I slowly started picking up like Bondi to Manly athletes because I was quite a specialist at that, I guess, because I know it well. But I coach anywhere from like 5K all the way up to ultra marathons. Another person I'd like to shout out though is I have one junior athlete, and she's about to run like sub 17 at state 5, I reckon.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's in like, I think it might be 8 weeks now.
How junior?
Uh, pretty sure 17 or 18.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Running sub 17. So
Yeah, wow.
her PB is like 17:06 right now, I think.
That's
moving.
Very impressive.
Yeah. So I reckon that'll be cool as well.
Where
But
do people find you? YouTube or community?
predominantly YouTube.
Do they
Yeah.
message you?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have like
I have like a wait list, and then
Is that
I
on
go
your
from there.
link or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Every single link, every single video, there's a link in the description. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
But-
I mean, I would sell Soda's a great coach, etc. But you're gonna have too many. You're gonna have too many people to coach.
I have a pretty
got the
expensive
wait list
waitlist
already.
already.
Yeah, because you 20 is a good amount, is it?
Yeah, I still want to respect the fact that I personally don't think I can coach more than 20 people well.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I think I'm already struggling a little bit to like remember everyone well. So I'm thinking of like cutting down a little bit once people finish training for races. Yeah.
I think it would help if Bree didn't send you 1,000 messages.
Nah. No, it's fine. You'd be surprised. Some people message more. Yeah, like Adrian, we got to a stage where people were joking about how I became his life coach as well. Just way
Yeah.
too many messages. Yeah. I don't think anyone can top that.
What's the
So,
biggest? How many messages consecutive was like the biggest?
He texts like that, so it's just like normal now. But I guess every single time I get like 10 messages in a row. But they're not that long though.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just like he writes it in a way where it's impossible to like understand. And it's like look at it for a good few minutes and try and understand what went on in his head.
Yeah.
I don't want to roast him too much.
Yeah.
But,
No.
no, but people are aware of that, and he's pretty open about that as well. So yeah, but no, he's really enthusiastic. So
Yeah.
he's good coaching agent as well. Yeah, he's like when he's in the zone, he's really motivated and he gets it done. You know?
Yeah.
Second favorite.
Second favorite.
Yeah, let's say second. Let's say second
That's such a
favorite.
shit question.
No, I'm happy to put him second favorite because he's been a pain at times. as well, yeah. This is getting very spicy.
Oh, that ties in well with Dom's drama, doesn't it?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. All
We've
right.
done the segment now.
Segue.
Segue.
Are we going to do Dom's,
Dom's drama. Yeah,
Let's
sure,
do it.
let's
Dom's
go for it.
drama. Let's do it.
I
What do we
still
reckon?
thought of one before this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sota had a good one, so I'm going to use that.
Yeah, so the first one is Moketeer.
Officially banned.
Officially banned until 2028. But I read somewhere that he could keep his World Championships medal.
Yeah.
I forgot
Really?
what event it was, but it was a silver medal. And he gets to keep that.
So there's two elements to the Dom's drama. It's the ban and keeping the medal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when was his original ban put in place?
It was a preliminary thing. But that was
That was
he,
whereabouts failure. It was 2
Yeah,
years
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And then now it's another 4 years, so it's like 6 years altogether.
Yeah. Something like that.
But yeah, he
But
kind
that's long, yeah.
of popped up out of nowhere. And
Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but I just know it's drama. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recent
Sounds like
one.
he's a bit of a dopey kind of guy, and like maybe the whereabouts could have been legit, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like this next stuff is kind of like omitting information or something.
What's this?
Obstructing investigations.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
like-
okay.
Because I think you're meant to say where you'll be at a certain time to do a drug test.
Oh, and he's like,
And he's been caught
Obstructing.
multiple times not being there, I guess.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like something
That's the
you
main
should
thing.
be available for.
Yeah. I guess the other drama is you two from today.
Oh,
Just roasting each
Yeah,
other.
no, that's
Nah,
that's constant.
Yeah, actually.
It's not roasting. It's
the other drama.
Yeah.
This one was going off in one of the chats. Sydney Marathon announced all of the automatic qualifying times, and they got 3 categories. So you got your men's, your women's, and your non-binary. And there was just a bit of beef around the non-binary stuff. But my thoughts are, I think, do you need to have non-binary? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's always a tricky one. So it's definitely a relatively new thing. And I only, briefly read through that.
We haven't even gotten popular yet, and you're going to cancel us, Dom. Fuck.
It's a relatively new category, obviously, but the world
Yeah.
majors are all doing it, so I think Sydney had to do that as
True.
well, and that
Yeah.
it makes sense, obviously. And I think
Who's
what was going
included-
on,
So, what is those categories have been included in other majors? Like
apparently,
Yeah.
all of them?
I think all of them. Yeah, it must be a
Okay.
thing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it that much. So I can't tell you the full story, but
Yeah.
I think what went on in the chat, what I agree with is that, I think the main thing that one person brought up was the qualifying times. But my take on that is that, your registration is public. Like, you're going to be in that category. So it's just a reflection on yourself if you're lying to get into that category and try and win a prize or whatever. So,
Yeah.
I don't think it's really an issue because
True.
anyone
Yes.
that abuses the system is going to be called out and be seen in public. So
Yeah.
no one's really going to do that anyway. So
Yeah, I guess
I think it doesn't affect anything in the grand scheme of things. And I think, we didn't really need this huge, not argument, but this drama on the chat, I guess.
I guess you can
Yeah.
see
I think
you can see both
Yeah.
sides, but there is.
But I think
the
you're
middle.
kind of right. I guess, it's just another category for people who identify that way.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't really take anything away from anyone else. It just lets these people pick a category.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the question is where do they get how they come up with that time? Because it was just a replica of the female.
Yeah.
Well,
Time.
you can have female non-binary people. So I guess, that's where you got
Yeah, I guess. But then that is the controversy is then,
if you're a male non-binary.
yeah.
Yeah. But, I
Then-
don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's always going to be a tricky situation, which we obviously haven't come to a conclusion yet. So
Yeah.
I think as we go through the years, because I'm not gonna say I have the perfect solution for that either. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
But as we go through the years, more ideas will come in, and it'll be
Yeah.
sorted. But for now, we just have to respect the rules and like deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's totally fine. I think it's a totally fair rule. Yeah.
I think it's good that the category's there, to be honest. Like it's I prefer the people who are non-binary and male non-binary running in that category rather than running in the women's category. And if that's the way that they identify, then I think it's good. It's good
totally
to have
fair.
it there, and it's fine.
So it just requires honesty.
Yeah,
And that's it. Yeah.
And like I don't know, your life's hard enough if you're non-binary. So just give them an entry.
Fair. Nothing else to add from me.
Is that it for the drama segment?
I think so. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. But that was pretty big drama. Like
It was big drama.
that
Yeah,
chat was
It's good.
going
I mean,
off.
it was
Yeah.
interesting because it revealed
Interesting.
different perspectives.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah.
it was like,
but I think everyone wants to protect women's sport. Is kind of like the main theme as to why everyone's getting defensive.
but I feel like it was very heavy on the whoever was making a certain point about like questioning where did you come up with, like what's the criteria. I think it was everyone. It was a pile-on.
I think
Yeah.
the main
Do you know what I
point of that was people abusing the system because of the easier qualifying times for non-binary.
Yeah.
So the point that person made was like, men going into non-binary because it's an easier qualifying time.
Yeah, it's
like that's
open to
abusing
be
the
abused.
system.
You can kind
Yeah.
of just
Yeah.
But I think.
But that's what I'm
made-
saying is stupid because like it's a reflection on yourself if you're being dishonest and applying for another category.
It's a very low.
If you don't
like,
identify as non-binary, then
Yeah.
don't join that category just because you want to enter Sydney Marathon.
Yeah. When you think
and
about
you don't have the qualifying time, right?
Yeah.
It's a
that was the
pretty
main point.
poor.
Yeah.
It'll be. I think what some other people were saying was basically like if that's a consideration, it's like very rarely would someone abuse it in that way.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like
that's it.
if you are, like you said, it's a. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Sort
When you
of
think about it,
thing.
like practically, it's like
Yeah.
it's just not gonna happen.
Well, it will
Yeah.
definitely be public. So again, I don't think anyone's going to abuse it. And if
Yeah.
anyone abuses that, they're stupid anyway. Yeah.
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 Can you
Like-
do like male born on? Is that not a thing? Like or female born non-binary?
Yeah, so,
So
this
you
is
know,
why
like-
there's complication, and that's why like we're not up to a conclusion yet because we don't know what the most fair way of doing it is, and
Yeah. True.
everyone has like a slightly different opinion on what's the most fair. So I don't think we'll come to a solid conclusion for a few years. Yeah,
True.
As long as we.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring this one up, Dom?
Yeah, it's obviously a sensitive topic.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good
but
conversation there.
Yeah.
you sometimes have to talk about it.
Yeah. I think as long as the respect's there,
Mm.
that's the main thing.
So, yeah.
More of the story, just if you are a guy and you can't run the Sydney Marathon qualifying time for guys, do not register as a non-binary. That's the main message.
I mean, it's
That's
kind of
literally
goes
it.
without saying.
Which is why that chat was very one-sided because that's the main point. Like, don't abuse
Yeah.
the system.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
We'll continue to develop our views. I don't know. Anyway, it was definitely interesting to hear everyone's perspective because a lot of people had good points, and I still think it's good that. I mean, like we should all be able to have our own views on stuff like that and not degenerate into name calling and stuff like that. But I think after a few times, it segued like, okay, like this is not the forum.
Yeah, it did get a bit heated later on. But again, I only like briefly scrolled, so I don't remember too much.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think like as long as you're open-minded somewhat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like can hear out someone's idea, then it should be fine. But yeah, it's an interesting one.
Great segment. Thanks, Dom. For,
Very
Thanks
dramatic.
thanks for creating this new segment that's raising my blood pressure.
Luke
Mate,
can't go to sleep
someone's
now.
got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. All right. Well, it's been an action-packed episode.
It has.
Do you have anything you want to cover off? Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Not particularly, but I'm honoured to be on for the 5th time. Like,
Local
it's
legend.
crazy.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think Sota, you'll always be a staple of the Chiefs podcast.
Last one for a while though, because I'll be away for 2 years, but I'll still visit Sydney once or twice a year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Once a year guaranteed, but the second time depends if I can get some time off to get a race done over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to having you on again.
Thank you so much.
And good luck for next year. Have fun in Perth. And yeah, thanks for joining again.
Thank
John, you have anything or?
No, nothing from me.
Good,
Yeah,
wrap it
thanks
up.
for coming on, Sota.
Yeah, thanks.
good.
And catch up with you soon.
See you soon. Another good one.
Nice.
Yeah, another cracker.